Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? I have missed you all immensely. Let's just suffice it to say, it's been a week. It has been a week. This is going to be your weekly update. As soon as I get through with this, we're going to do Taurus monthly. What I can tell you right now, off the rip, Venus does not station direct until June 25th. Mercury starts moonwalking for sure, I think the 17th or 18th of June. You still have Saturn and Jupiter retrograde motion, so I know a lot of you are getting the master's class and review and shit or some stupid shit, and it's okay. Going through this little exercise of review, look and see where your strengths are, what you've learned from past situations. You can always tell if you're getting into a bad situation how quickly you move out of that. That tells you how much you've grown. For others of you with job-related situations, probably are going to have to wait. If you're waiting to hear from someone, you're probably going to have to wait until the first part of July. I know that sucks big eggs and shit, but it is what it is. Considering the current climate in this country, those of you in the U.S., things are getting ready to get shook up real good. And this is not just an issue of who's doing what. This has got a lot to do with the planetary energy. And when you've got this kind of pile up of retrogrades and conjunctions and trines and some other bullshit, this is the kind of energy you get into. Be mindful. The next 2 weeks are going to contain some very heavy, very intense, very aggressive and angry energy. I'm just throwing this shit up against the wall so y'all know. You can read a gazillion different Taurus horoscopes online or hear a million other readers. You're going to hear this warning. So just be cool. The energy is hot. You got Mars floating around doing some dumb shit, trying to learn how to dance, and it's just a hot mess. And so with that, and I think Saturn and a couple other little things moving around, it's going to create this very intense and angry energy. So be mindful of that. When you get to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week, go sit your ass down. Do what you do. As a bull, go sit your ass down. People are going to poke, prod, and just make you do some shit you don't want to do. In any situation like that is to get your coat, your hat, your purse, and get the fuck on. Don't argue with anybody. You can't fix stupid. That's just like that. You can't fix it. So there's no sense in arguing. Those of you that are in relationships might get a little hot and heated, and you hear dumb shit, go to bed, go home, however that's working out for you, but don't fall prey to getting into some pissing match with somebody that don't know how to spell piss. I'm just saying. With that said, weekly update. We rolling Monday through next Tuesday, June 1st through June 9th. Overall energy for these next handful of days: victory and success, and recognition and reward. Partnerships and alliances. That's that review master's class. Authority. Love. Pride. Mental conflict. That's your centerpiece and your challenge card. Material and spiritual prosperity. Abundance coming up on next Sunday. Next Monday, rebirth. And next Tuesday, karmic completion. So you already know you're dealing with some karmic bullshit. So any strange, fucked up shit you've been dealing with, especially in relationships, some of you are finishing karmic bullshit for whatever reason. Past life shit, whatever. You just finishing, you ending a cycle. But because that cycle is ending, don't forget, Venus and Mercury are going retrograde. So there still may be some blowback. There still may be some, well, baby, you had to break up with me today. Can you just wait? That kind of shit. But just know you're ending some karmic shit. So let's get the emotional cards on top. Victory and success pulls the Fool card. Recognition and reward pulls the Judgment card. Major energy on both ends. Partnership and alliances pulls the Five of Wands. Authority pulls the Ten of Cups. Love pulls the Hermit. Pride pulls the Lovers. Your challenge: get the fuck out your head. Two of Swords. Material and spiritual prosperity. Six of Wands. Abundance pulls the Seven of Coins. Rebirth pulls the Empress. Karmic completion pulls the High Priestess. So let me just say this. There's a lot of major energy on the board. From the Fool card, the Judgment, Hermit, Lovers, Empress, and High Priestess. Oh, fuck. At any rate, with that major energy on the board, partnerships for the next 9 or 10 days are going to be the things that dominate your time and attention. Whether it's romantic or professional, that's just going to be what it is. Starting with the front end of your overall energy with the Fool card on top of the victory and success. Some of you are feeling the abundance of having taken a risk. And how can I put this? Even if it wasn't successful, the risk that you took, that's major energy now. It's you may still be feeling like, well, fuck, I learned a lot. I didn't get where I thought I was going to be, but I learned a lot. I took the risk, I checked it out, and it wasn't for me, didn't work. This could be jobs. Some of you may be trying some new shit with work, going to a different place or a different position. And there's nothing wrong with this. Recognizing, well, yep, I tried it, didn't work. For others of you, it may be, well, very big time successful. However that's resonating with you, this is the front end of your overall energy. Looking at the back end, the Judgment with the recognition and reward. With that decision making. So this is the shit that's kind of in your gut, holding you down, overall energy type shit. With that decision making, Judgment card, there was some recognition. And the reward is whatever the reward is. So again, if you took a risk on that front end and it wasn't successful, then recognize that you made an effort. It's a decision. You had to make a decision. No, I don't like this job. No, I don't like this person. And there's reward with that. Because if you're able to see something clearly and say, this is not for me, and get the fuck out of it right away, that's success. People don't look at success like that. Yeah, but you learned something and you didn't waste a whole lot of time learning something. That is key, especially in this energy that we're in now, and particularly not forgetting that Uranus is just, still hanging around like it ain't got nothing better to do than just help us change some shit. That's okay if you made a decision and it didn't come out the way you wanted. The recognition is there. The reward is that you didn't spend a whole year trying to figure some shit out. When we get to tomorrow's energy, partnerships and alliances with the 5 of Wands, some of y'all are in the middle of some confusion with somebody. And this could be at work and this could be at home, however it's resonating. But communications, and this is usually what happens about 2 weeks, 3 weeks out with Mercury retrograde. Shit just ain't clear. It's my little hoo-ha there. That's what that is. It's just communications. It's all over. I know I also use that for another card, but it's the same thing. It's just confusion. Is it this way or do I turn it that way? And if you don't have any kind of perspective, because a lot of you may be in situations where you're trying to see the balance in some shit, it's going to be confusing. Again, this could be romantic or professional. There may be, and that's a 3, there may be other people throwing shit in the mix because they don't want to see shit going the way you think it should go. So be mindful of that. Gonna be some confusion. Be as clear as you possibly can about everything. Work related, document shit that you need to document. Talk to people that you need to talk to. Repeat and reflect any and everything anybody is saying to you. So if somebody's saying to you, on Thursday, we're having a meeting at 10 o'clock. Repeat it right back to them. That's right. On Thursday at 10 o'clock, right? Make sure you get the information correct. It's not going to be anybody's fault, but shit is just all over the place. So to keep down on the confusion, be as clear as you possibly can be in your partnerships when you're communicating. When we get to Tuesday's energy with the 10 of Cups and the Authority, some of you may be in some, I won't put this, familial relationships, and this could be anybody from a lover to a daughter-in-law or a son or a grandmama, but they're going to try and flex their authority. And so if I was looking at this like that, and a reminder, I don't do my cards in reverse, I'm only doing straight up, but If I was looking at this card like that, that's the kind of shit we're talking about. And somebody may be trying to boss you. It could be very well a boss, but less that and more, it could very well be a mom, a dad, sister-in-law. They're trying to flex their authority on you. It's not going to work. Let's just put that shit out there. Anybody trying to rule and lord over you, not going to happen, particularly in the family sphere. So if you have a lover who has suddenly become jealous and bossy and want to know what, it ain't going to work. It's going to blow right up in their face. If you have family members trying to get all up in your shit, it ain't going to work. It's going to blow right up in their face. But be mindful of what I said at the beginning of the video. Recognize this angry energy. Don't get stuck. People want to start trying to run your shit. Like I said, you can hang up. You can turn off Messenger. Get your coat, your fucking hat, walk out the door. However that resonates. But don't get caught up. Somebody is going to try you. Let's just put that shit out there. They're going to test you and they're going to try and flex their little muscle on top of you. I'm not biased. No, you're not. And they will regret trying to make you submit, come on now, to some bullshit. You may not see it. Okay, I have Mercury retrograde. I have no idea what happened in the video. Anyway, somebody gonna try and flex that muscle. Don't let it happen. But again, don't get into that angry Mars energy of where you're trying to sharpen up your horns. It is not, whatever it is that anybody is trying to pull on you or flex on you, it is not worth you sharpening up your horns, because you can get hurt in this situation as well as the next person. And I'm not talking physically, but I'm talking emotionally. So just walk the fuck away. Anybody trying to get all bossy and shit, just peace, deuces, I'm out. We get to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's energy. Some of you is stepping back from love. There ain't nothing wrong with that, because a lot of you have been just gone from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, or you've been in something and it's just been a fucking roller coaster. So some of you gonna just be like, you know what, fuck it. I need a break. I'm gonna take a time out. If you're coupled, you may have to just go to your separate corners, because Taurus, you need time to think. And this is major energy. And it feels like for those of you that are coupled, you are quickly approaching some kind of decision. Get married, have kids, move, something to that effect. Take this time, especially with so many planets in retrograde, to review what it is that you want regarding love. Period. It don't get no simpler than that. Some of you may be in situations where you see their issues, newer formed relationships will go back to February or March. And now you're beginning to see some cracks in the foundation of some shit. Take this time to review before you go any further. Those of you in newer situations, a month, 2 months, 3 months, if you're beginning to see some red flags, take this time to review. A lot of times we don't get this chance to just step back and the universe kind of suspend the animation in your life to just kind of go, okay, let me just take around. It's that matrix shit that just slows down enough for you to look around. You can see like the arrow going through the air real slow, or the bullet going real slow. Yeah, this is that kind of energy before you pop off, or before the other person pops off. Because for some of you, it may be time to reassess and re-get the hell out of there. For others of you, it may be time to apply some pressure in certain areas or recommit yourself. However that's resonating with you. This energy is on the board. I doubt very seriously this is going to be a 24-hour thing. Probably for the next couple of weeks is going to be a take a minute, step it back, look at the situation. Do you see red flags? Take that and run with it. When we get to Thursday's energy, Thursday's energy, we're going to flow right from the Hermit sitting on top of the love to the love sitting on top of the pride. What you want? Some of you need to take the pride out of what you're doing. Some of you are, you just, because it's what you think it is, you're not even willing to make a sacrifice. And for some of you, I had to put this where it is. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but I had to put this where this is. If you've been working, doing inside work for the past year or so, and you've been trying to set up structures in your love life because previously you were just here, there, and everywhere, and you are trying to adhere to those boundaries, That's not a bad thing. Keep your ego out of it and it's okay. But you put your ego in it, you'll have issues. The sacrifices that some of you are making, once again, it may be about pride and not necessarily yours. I'm looking at that star and I'm seeing fire. So I know some of you may be dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius, and the whole thing may just go to shit in the shitter because everybody got their ass on their shoulders. I'm just saying. And that's pride. Some of you may need to review that part of your situation while you're taking a hermit's moment time out. Come on now. And look at your love situation. Are you sacrificing a lot? Is your pride getting in the way? Is their pride getting in the way of you having a successful relationship? It's a good time to sit down and check that shit out and start having some conversations. If this is not you and it's the other person and they start throwing up walls and shit, let that be your answer. Let that be your answer. If they start getting all defensive and some bullshit and you know, well, I ain't do that. Now I gotta put you first. However that's resonating with you, let that be your answer. Let that be your guide. Because folks are not, they throwing up red flags now. We're coming right back to that hermit love energy. It ain't gonna change unless they're actually really trying to change it. And if you're in a partnership, if somebody's trying to make that kind of change, they should have you at least in on the secret. But again, there's that pride thing. Be mindful. The hermit and the love and the lovers on the pride, that's no mistake. Check your love relationship out. Everything may not be as it seems. When we get to Friday's energy, Friday, get to Friday's energy. This will be the 5th. Yeah, being of two minds, not being real sure. A lot of times that Two of Swords is representative to me of not seeing the reality of things. Here it's about, are you following your heart? Are you following your emotions? What the fuck are you doing? And it may be putting you into some mental conflict. This is most definitely related to romantic relationships. A lot of y'all are on that roller coaster ride. And you've been on this ride with the same person for a minute. And you just tore up now. You tired all the changes. Fuck the relationship. Let's just talk about some other shit. You can't go outside. You can't breathe. You can't walk. You can't talk. All this other bullshit. And then you got this on top of that. And so you might just be mentally worn the fuck out because it's creating so much conflict. Again, that is sitting catty-corny to the Hermit card. Take all the time you need, Taurus, to sit down and think about, reevaluate, reassess, recalculate, whatever the is, do it so you can get yourself out of this up and down, up and down, up and down, in and out, over here, over there. Take that hermit moment. Let this challenge be that you take the hermit moment to take a step back, particularly where partnerships are concerned, and look at what you're doing. The air card up in your head, intellectually trying to figure some shit out. If it helps, do it. If it helps to chant, do it. If it helps to get grounded, do it. Do whatever you need to do to ease the woo-woo of this mental conflict. I'm just going to put that there. We get to Saturday, the 6 of Wands on top of the material and spiritual prosperity. Many of you on any front, relationship, home, work, whatever, are going to see some light at the end of the tunnel in terms of the step up, the upgrade. Those of you moving, changing apartments, changing condos, changing houses, it's there. You might be worried at the beginning of the week, like, oh, you ain't gonna get it. Somebody else gonna get it. You're gonna get it. And it may require some work, but at the end of that, it's going to be very good. It'll be a prosperous move for you. Same to be said for those of you trying to kick it up to another job. If you're not hearing anything right at this moment, just keep your ears peeled. You will. It may come during the Mercury retrograde phase. It may come after, but just know. Now, wait a minute. If this is job related, do not go spend your next paycheck. She said I was going to get promoted the 1st of July, so I'm going to spend all my money. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. But just be mindful. Some of you may not even see the opportunity right this moment. Keep your eyes open. However that's resonating with you, But whatever it is you're shooting for, particularly those of you dealing with material assets, cars, houses, apartments, condos, that type of shit, that upgrade is there. And if you want it, you can have it. When we get to Sunday's energy with the 7 of coins and the abundance, just the flow from the 6 of wands to the 7 of coins. Abundance is there, Taurus. And you may be going through a lot of trials and tribulations right now. And this is the, I'm going to say love because the card is pink, but this could just be anything. Be mindful of the seeds that you've been planting. If you've been trying to manifest a good relationship and you keep coming up with these duds, don't think all is lost. It ain't. It ain't. It's just some shit to test you to see what. A lot of times we throw shit out in the universe and we go, I want this, I want that. And then we get it and we'll know what the fuck to do with it. A lot of times the universe will test you to see if you're really sure, if you're really clear, if you're really serious about the boundaries, I said it, that you're setting. Well, I said I didn't want nobody that was going to be drinking all the time. And then you run right smack into one, and where are you 6 months later? Did you walk away? Or are you still dealing with some bullshit? Might not be the best example, but it's a good one. Might be something else. Homie wasn't going to gamble no more. He's out there gambling. You said you didn't want to gamble. The universe heard you. But are you going to stick to your end of the bargain? And see, the quicker you can move through that energy, it's like I said up here, you took the risk. That doesn't mean it was successful maybe the way that you're thinking. Hello. But it can be a success if you walked away from some bullshit and didn't have to endure a minute longer than was absolutely necessary. The same can be said here. The abundance, it's there. If you're struggling and you're up and down on this roller coaster, a lot of times, like I'm saying, the universe is testing you to make sure you know what you want. Damn it, ain't we talking about review and reassess? Yes, we are. But the abundance is there, Taurus. If you've been trying to manifest that good relationship and you find yourself on the ass end of another relationship right this minute, trust and believe, if you are holding true to what you said you wanted and you're walking away from those things that you do not wish to focus on, whoo, the abundance is there. We get to next Monday's energy, the Empress and the rebirth. This is just a flow. Once you realize, a lot of y'all, this is serious shit. You know, you set these boundaries and you ain't letting nobody cross them. That's where your self-confidence, you know, see, when you all fucked up and shit, you done set some boundaries and you got everybody in the world, your lover, your mama, your boss, crossing all those boundaries. That's when it starts looking like this. But when you're paying attention, I said I wasn't going to let anybody yell at me or put me down or make some kind of, let me just throw it out there, stupid comment about my race or my weight or how I look. And next time I said that it happened, I was going to stand up for myself. Oh, come on now. That's rebirth. That's where that self-confidence comes in. Many of you should be able to stand back at this point if you've been doing any kind of anything, grounding work, manifesting, meditating, journaling. And if you've only been doing it for a month, you should be able to stand back at this point and say, you know what, I feel kind of good about myself. Oh, that's a rebirth. Because now you're not letting people walk all over you. You ain't letting nobody chump and punk you out. And it happens. Just because we're bulls don't mean it don't happen to us. A lot of times people mistake our kindness and our loyalty for fucking weakness. It so isn't. But a lot of times we have to know we can't save the goddamn world. I said that. I did. We cannot. Sometimes we have to look out for numero uno, hello, and make sure that we're keeping our shit intact. So 6 months from now, we're not laid out in the middle of the meadow going, oh, they walked all over me. This is good. This is good. If you've been doing any kind of inside work, you will see the rebirth. Get to next Tuesday. It's just what I said, karmic completion. And some of you may need to take the high Empress type attitude and be like, I see it, But I ain't trying to tell you about it. Just saying. You'll feel it if it's a relationship cycle. You'll feel the door closing. You feel that wind hit you right in the butt. But, do what you need to do. That's a nighttime card. Crazy, insane pink color. But that's a nighttime card if you see the moon. Anything that you've been fearful about, anything that you've been unsure of, anything that's been feeling a little off, take that High Empress. I'm just saying, do what you need to do to separate yourself. If you know you get ready to get into some toxic shit, just saying, it's about karmic completion. You'll feel this, but if you feel like you get ready to go beyond this, check it out. Take a look. You may need to get all on top of the little crystal ball to see what's going on. Make sure, and this is about details, people. This is about details. Even though it's a door closing on a cycle, it's still about reviewing the details so that you don't step into it again. I'm just saying. Just saying. Let us see what the oracle cards have for us. Where am I? Ooh, wow. That's a world record. 14 minutes and 55 seconds. I know it's a little more time. This is the second video, so that's okay. We might be at 18 minutes, but that's cool. Take the time, Taurus. Hermit card is the one card on this board that is screaming at me loudly. Take whatever time you need to take to review. You ain't confused about shit. You ain't lost. You just need to look at the total calculation. Sometimes, you know, you can go to the grocery store, you ain't been in a while, and you come up with that receipt that's like 2 miles long. Sometimes you need to look at the details and make sure they didn't charge you twice for your bacon. I'm just saying. And for some of you, this is key. There may be something going on in a personal relationship and you kind of just flossing over the details. And I'll just say something about details. You might be flossing over the details. If you're in a cycle that you don't like and it's going to complete itself, don't step off into it again, because it's going to complete itself. That's not a question. But now, how are you walking? Are you walking away from it? Or are you walking back into it? And that, however that resonates with you. Some of you may be, well, I had no exes. Yeah, you might get into the same shit you've been trying to avoid or not manifest, however that's going. So, details. Details. Doing your homework. Checking shit out. Making sure that you don't have anybody pulling the wool over your eyes, particularly behind any kind of self-confident rebirth. I said it, y'all heard me. Love and light. And particularly this week, towards the end of, you know what, fuck the end of the week. I'm going to say for the next 2 weeks. So tomorrow, June 1st, you walk your ass out the door. Universe, creator, cloak me in light, cover me, whatever ritual, whatever thing you do, just do it. It's some angry energy out here. Y'all watch TV just like I do. Y'all got friends and family just like I do. Y'all talking about same shit just like we are. Cloak yourself in light. There's no need for you to get involved in anything, even if it's a personal situation. There's no need to argue, fuss, fight about shit. You need to get your coat and hat and go somewhere, ride for an hour, or go back to your own dwelling, however that's resonating. Do it. Trying to understand, get some clarity on your situation. Taking a walk around that teacup and just looking at it from every angle. Come on now. Ask your spirit helpers. Ask your spirit helpers to show you what you need to see. And I'll be damned. 15 down there in the corner. Come on now. Come on. 9 and 6 is what? Ask your spirit helpers to show you what you need to see in your relationships, personal, professional, That's the Hermit sitting on top of the love card. So we're going to go more with love and less with professional. But that doesn't mean it's not about professional. Ask your spirit helpers to show you what you need to see. Learn. Same thing I'm saying. The boundaries you're trying to set up. Woo-hoo. Trying to achieve your abundance. Trying to achieve, setting those boundaries. And even though you may be going through some shit right now, learn. Learn. You took a risk. And it's only the victory and success of, whoosh, I'm so glad I got out of that shit. Right there. But learn what you need to learn from taking that risk. Was that risk worthwhile? Was it a waste of time? Could you have done it different? Learn what you need to learn. Let's see. Go with the Rebel cards, because Rebel cards got shit to say. They over here yelling at me like I need to know something out of here. So we're going to pull 3 of these for Taurus. Weekly update. Get the fuck out of your head. Get in your heart. It misses you. Get the fuck out of your head. Get in your heart. It misses you. This is where I came back to the Lovers on top of the pride. Some of you maybe just up in your head and too proud to say what you feel and are thinking or whatever. Get in your heart. It misses you. Alright. Just say those 5 little words. You decide where to eat. Some of you may need to be compromising a little more. That's what that's coming back to. Some of you may need to compromise some more. And I am right here with this shit. Mental conflict and just the 2 of swords and just all over the place. Maybe you need to do some compromising. Maybe you need to say, baby, why don't you decide where to eat this time? It helps to regain some balance. If you've been doing all the decision making, same can be said in reverse. If your partner has been doing all the decisions, maybe it's time. You might have to tell them, you know, can I pick this time, please? I'm just saying. And again, if you're getting kickback on shit, pay attention to that. I didn't know I had to ask. Whatever comments come your way, pay attention. Pay attention. It's telling you something. And it's not going to be wrong. Time to let go. Move the fuck on. Some of you in this energy of, you know, it didn't work out, wasn't successful, whatever, and not looking at another perspective. You did take a risk and you were successful just because you took that damn risk. Don't get stuck in that energy. I ain't work out, I didn't want it to happen and that. Time to let go and move the fuck on. I don't care if it happened yesterday, 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Time to let go. Move the fuck on. Don't get stuck, as they say, on stupid with craziness. Taurus, I love you. I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe week. I'm still dealing with the corona. Stay safe. Safe distance. I love you. Talk to you soon.